When I started working with Dr. Folds, we got called out to a rhino that was poached, and it must have been the worst experience, the worst thing I've ever seen. And yeah, I think after that, I told myself I have to do something to help these animals. I cannot see another animal in that similar situation. Growing up here, I had no idea if it's possible for someone like me to fly a plane. I'm from a disadvantaged background growing up here, and my parents couldn't afford to send me. We were working with Dr. Folds. We did a lot of flying in a helicopter, and I loved it. And yeah, it just put a smile on my face. The pilot, he had a school in Port Elizabeth, and he said, "Well, I can see that you are passionate about flying. So, if you want, I can find a way to get you to get a license." And yeah, so I did work part-time for him, and yeah, 5 years later, I got my commercial pilot's license. With nature conservation, I felt where I didn't feel like I was doing much. So when the pilot thing came, I feel like I'm contributing more. We've got a team on the ground already, but from the air you see a lot more, and it's quicker from the air. It's a big deterrence as well. If there are poachers around, the presence alone, I think it's enough to scare poachers. I mean, without helping rhinos, this will be impossible to do. I mean, it's, as you know, like nothing is cheap in aviation. It's not a cheap exercise to run and maintain this aircraft. And yeah, and helping rhinos, they're funding the whole project. So very grateful to them. I love what I do. I mean, you wake up every day, you see the big fire flying around, and I think you can't beat that. It's pretty cool. When I'm flying, I carry a device. So what you do is when I see a rhino, I just log it, identify it, and I get a GPS point for it, and then send it to anti-poaching team.
We're working with two main digital platforms at the moment to help monitor the animals and landscapes in this area. And one of those is Earth Ranger, which is a live visualization of everything that's going on your reserve. We build it so that they have their own map there, and they will be able to see all the information popping up from any trackers that they have. Some of the things that it enables us to do at the moment is to have alerts sent to the guys out in the field to say, okay, look, your fence sensor has detected that the fence has been cut in this location, or they might find some snares that have been laid down, or suspicious spoor or footprints, and then he can send a team out. Unfortunately, we're at a point that in order to protect these animals, you really do have to kind of guard them, and you have to be aware of what's going on in the environment around them. And so this kind of conservation technology really can act as a force multiplier, and something that enables them to have that kind of information at their fingertips is really going to put power in their pockets when it comes to looking after the animals and the landscapes that they're working to protect. Support from Helping Rhinos has been invaluable. It's very much allowed us to support these separate reserves in enabling them to get onto these platforms, to better use their resources, to be able to record what's going out on their reserves. I always grew up loving animals and wildlife. I think first came to the African continent when I was about 16. Fell in love with the country, the people, the wildlife, and to me it was kind of the epitome of wild, and I realised how important it is for us to protect that. I moved out here in 2017, and I wouldn't have thought that 5 years down the line I'm here, met somebody, got married, we have a baby together, and we're both working in conservation. So I think if you told that to younger me, I would have said, no, that's too much like living the dream. I'm very lucky. and we got married in November 2020. And then we had Sadie. She was born in August last year, 21.
She's probably the best thing that ever happened to us, and yeah, we just want what's best for her, and yeah.
It makes everything that bit more special when you start to see things through her eyes or her future eyes, and you think, you know, we want her to be able to see these animals and these spaces as they are, or even more restored. So yeah, definitely puts a new spin on things. I hope that she has the same love for it and wants to protect it, and that it's here for her to love and protect.